Welcome to RoundTableFamily.World. Today I want to talk about the prospect management system from an admin point of view. So in this case for every table, area or association admin. I recorded a video already about how to enter a prospect in the system from user point of view, and here I will show you now how you handle this prospect in the admin area, and at the end I will explain some special settings from an association admin point of view. As always, you have to go to your level and click on the admin button. Here you can find on the left-hand side the prospect management system. In here now all the prospects of your level. If you want to see some details of the prospect, you can do that by clicking on the name. You will see here all the details of the prospect and also the referrer and the information of the referrer if this was an internal referrer. In the middle, you can see the status. So this, for example, is already a member. You can see that in the history that after he was a prospect, he joined now as a member. On the right-hand side, you can see some internal comments. So what you have to do, if you have a prospect, you should click on him and you should contact him. If you have contacted him, you should directly change the status to in contact. Now we can see that you are already on it and that you have seen that there is a prospect. If this is in status contact, the next status will be that you are taking this prospect over to your table as a prospect. So that means accepted and attends meeting. Then he will become a prospect. But you can also decline him. You can decline him by the club, or the prospect can also do that and decline that. Delete is an action which will remove all the informations, and this cannot be undone. So please do not use delete just if this prospect will not fit to your table, because it could be that he's fitting to another table. You should really only delete if the prospect is saying, I do not want to hear anything from Roundtable again, please delete my data. Then you have to do that. But otherwise, I would propose just to decline him, and then the association can still see if he perhaps fits to another club. A club change is also always possible. So you can send him to another club if he wants to do that, or if you want to do that, if he does not fit to this club. If you have done that, it is always helpful to write some internal comments. For example, I've contacted him. Let's see what will happen. Just that everybody is seeing that something will happening. The prospect will not see that. So you can also write here, nice guy, but so if he is accepted and a prospect, he will be invited now to your statutory meetings. In the event invitation, you can see that also prospects are in. Of course, you can delete it there, but by default, they are in. So he is now a prospect and he's running through the time at your table as a prospect. And at the end, if he is a member or he becomes a member, then you can also do that here. The prospect position will be ended and the member position will be assigned, and a godfather relationship will be also created. And that's it. So on the right hand side, if you have more prospects, you have some filters. On the top, you have an export button. If this list is a little bit longer, this could be helpful. And this prospect management system is available on all the levels. So it is available on area level, and this is also available on association level. Here, of course, you can see now the prospects of all your tables, and then it could be much more helpful to have here this status new. If you are sorting for last modified, this could be helpful that you can see, oh yeah, this guy here is not contacted since more than half a year, then of course you should take action if this is longer than 2 weeks in the status new. The prospect management system must be enabled in the settings. And there you have also some special settings for an association. So the association is doing that. And you can see that here. So this is the general button to activate it. You can decide on if you want to activate it internally and or externally. You can decide on what is the maximum distance to a club. So I would propose here 50 kilometers. Nobody will drive longer than 50 kilometers for a club meeting normally. You can decide if the club's information should be also shown in the list. And if you have an association e-club, you can fill that in here. Otherwise, you can leave that empty. If you want to send some emails, you can do that here. For example, if you do not want that the prospect is informed after he was entered, then you should just leave that as no. If you want to send him an email, then you can do that here. The same with the referring member. And this is very important, who should get a notification at the table. So these are here the club functions. So in this case, for example, the club president and the vice president should get an email if a new prospect was entered. And if you want to have some national email addresses also, you can at the moment do the following and enter here president@roundtable.de, for example, as Germany. Then he will be also informed. This we want to enhance in the future. So if this is still the case, then this is still the case. If this is already enhanced, because we want to do here now the functions for club, for area, and for national board, then we have not just updated the video. At the end, there's a privacy setting for removing the prospect automatically. I would also, because of GDPR, recommend that. But you should not set it to less than 12 months because it can happen that a prospect is until he was contacted, until we became a prospect, and then until he joined as a member, that this is a little bit longer than this. And on the right-hand side, you can see the addresses if this is something, if here is something missing. If an address is missing of a club, then this club cannot be found in the prospect management system.